Okay, so this is my PBA project, and I chose to do it over direct variation. And basically, direct variation, when something varies directly, it just means that as x increases, y is going to increase with it. And the formula for direct variation is y equals k times x, and k equals the constant of variation. And you can solve for k by just dividing by x, and you'd get k equals y over x. So we can start with just an example, a typical what you would see like on a test or something. And before we do that, so if you were to see some like a graph of direct variation would kind of look, just go straight up, as opposed to inverse would look something like that. Just a little visual. Okay, so the first example I have says y varies directly as x, and x equals 9 and y equals 15. Find y when x equals 33. And again, y varies directly as x just means that as x goes up, y is going up too. So we're going to plug in x equals 9 and y equals 15, right, into a proportion. So x equals 9, y equals 15, just like that. And we're going to set it equal to our next proportion, but it doesn't give us a y. We have to find it when x equals 33. So x equals 33, and we're looking for y. So once we have these properly set up, we can just cross multiply 9 times y and then 15 times 33. And so it'd be 9y equals 495, if I'm correct. I think that's what it is. 15 times 33, yeah, 495. And then we're going to divide both sides by 9 to get y isolated, and that'll give us our answer. So we're going to divide by 9, and our answer is 55. So for the bottom, that y equals 55. So we can come back, and I have another problem. And it says y varies directly as x. Again, just both of them are going to increase. X equals 16 and y equals 24. So I'm going to finish erasing this, and then we can set that up. That's good enough. Okay. X equals 16, y equals 24. And then, so again, we're looking for y, which that can change. I think the next example does. Sometimes it'll ask for y, other times it'll ask for x. And so again, it asks for y, so we've got another x value, and that's 12. And so we're looking for y when x equals 12. So cross multiply, 16y equals 24 times 12 equals 288. Divide, oh, that's supposed to be an 8. Okay, divided by 16, both sides. And so that cancels, and y equals 18. And that would be the second part. So we have one more example of just when the points are given to us as x and as y when they're given to us. But this time it's asking us for x, and it gives us the second y value. It says y varies directly as x equals 100 and y equals 20. So x equals 100 and y equals 20. And then find x when y equals 50. So we don't know x, we don't know what that is, and that's a really ugly x. I'm going to redo that. We don't know what x is, but we do know that y equals 50. So cross multiply again. 5,000 equals 20x. So of course, to isolate the x, we're going to divide both sides by 20 to get rid of that. And then x is going to equal 5,000 divided by 20 is 250. 250. And then that would be your second x value. Okay, so now we're going to move on to a word problem. And they're usually not too difficult. They still give you the same amount of values. You just have to decide which one is x and which one is y and what they're asking for. So for this one, this problem says the amount of food a dog eats varies directly with the number of days the dog is fed. If a dog is fed for 10 days, it eats 25 cups of food. So we're going to say the amount of days is x. So 10 days, it's fed 25 cups. So here, the days is x, and the amount of food is y. And then it says, how much food would the dog eat in 50 days? So we decided that x was the days, so 50 would go up here. And then we don't know y. So, cross multiply again. 10y equals, let's see, 25 times 50 equals 1,250, and we're going to divide both sides by 10 to get the variable y isolated to give us the answer. So then we're going to divide both sides by 10, and our answer is 125. So for word problems, it's not enough just to box the answer, or to write it in y equals. We need to know that y equals how much food the dog would eat. So it says cups of food is the unit you're going by, so y would equal 125 cups of food in 50 days. And we've got one more word problem just for an example. And it says, the amount of money raised at a charity fundraiser is directly proportional to the number of attendees. The amount of money raised for 5 attendees was $100. How much money will be raised for 60 attendees? So here we just have to decide what is x and what is y. And so we said that x was the number of attendees and y is going to be the money raised. So we'd set it up into a proportion. That's the number of people who attended the fundraiser, and that's how much money they made from those people. So then if 60 people came, how much money would they make? So 5 over 100 equals 60 over something. We don't know that yet. So then cross multiply. 5y equals, that is supposed to be 60, not 66. Okay, so it's 6,000. 1, 2, 3. Divide by 5 to isolate the y, and you get, divided by 5, 1,200. So after 60 people went to the fundraiser, they made $1,200. And again, you want to include, for word problems, include the unit as like 1,200 what? 1,200, it could be 1,200 anything. So make sure you include in there that it's dollars. Okay, I think that's it. So, yeah, that's my PBA project.